everybody, it's Jennifer, and I want to do this quick video for you today to talk to you about whether or not going to college is a good investment of your time. And this video is probably going to be a bit controversial. I actually am thinking about this topic because I just came off a weekend having a really detailed conversation with some friends of mine about this particular topic, and then I saw an article online that really brought it back up for me today. So I thought I'd do this this video to talk about it. But one of the things that my friends and I were talking about over the weekend was the fact that, you know, pretty much everybody that we know is entrenched in just student loans, just a whole lot of student loans. Luckily, you know, there are probably a lot of people out there that were lucky enough to have their parents or somebody else pay for their college education. But I can say truthfully, I don't know very many of them. Most of them, in some form or fashion, got, you know, loans in order to pay for the majority of their school expenses. So you have individuals that are coming out of college with $20, $30, $40, $50,000 plus in student loan debt before they even make 1 cent in, you know, the job market. Now, of course, there are certain careers that, you know, the financial payoff over the lifetime is going to be much greater than the investment on the in the education. But generally speaking, unless you're, you know, going to become a lawyer or an engineer or a doctor or something like that, you know, a lot of times these career paths are not commensurate with the amount of money that you're going to be spending on your education. That's just one aspect. The other aspect actually got brought up from an article that I just read on that was actually about Jaden Smith, which is Will and Jada Smith's son, and he made a statement that he felt that people or the world would be a lot more intelligent if more people dropped out of school. And, you know, I immediately understood what he was trying to say, and of course on the article there was a lot of just snide comments and just, you know, a whole uproar, but I really understand what he is saying, and what he, you know, my interpretation of what he is saying is that, you know, realistically the educational system is set up in such a way that there is such a one-size-fits-all approach to education. So if you are an individual that has a different type of learning style, if you're dyslexic, if you're, you know, you have ADD, or, you know, any variety of things where you may learn or absorb information differently, the educational system is basically not set up to accommodate you or your child. And so what happens is a lot of times people are labeled, you know, ADD, you know, they're labeled so-called ADD, you know, you're not smart, you're going to, you know, the stupid class, or you're being held back in school, when in actuality they're extremely intelligent, they're extremely talented individuals, but they have a different type of learning style, or even they have different interests that do not include, you know, a lot of the randomness that we're taught in school. I gotta tell you that it's mind-boggling to me that, you know, some courses are even taught in high school, like geometry, trigonometry. I have never in life used geometry or trigonometry, and it was just such a drain on me at the time, because I felt like I was really not smart, because I couldn't figure out what in the heck this had to do with anything or why I needed to learn it. And so what I'm saying here is, and what I want to bring home is that there is no one size fits all approach to education, and the majority of people, especially people with children right now, would do really well to really look at their kids and try to figure out what it is that your children are talented at, and figure out how you can nurture and bring out those talents. You know, sometimes we are so adamant that our children need to do things a certain way and be a certain person and act a certain way, when in actuality what that whole idea comes from is like an ownership mentality. What we need to remember is that we don't own our kids. They come through us, and we're blessed that God is allowing them to come through us, but they don't belong to us, which means that they're individuals, and we need to look at them as such and really nurture them from that space. So that means being open, really recognizing and paying attention to their specific talents and figuring out how you can develop them. Now, if you are a young adult or even an adult that's trying to navigate your way and trying to figure out, which direction you should go in life, my biggest thing is to really, really get plugged into your true talents. What are you really, really good at? What do people always compliment you on? What would you do for free if money was not an issue and you had all the time in the world? What are the things that you would do for free? And figure out how you can shape and mold your life to be able to live that all the time. And there's so many ways that you can do this without having to trade your time for dollars, do things that you are not feeling called to do, or that and not in line with your inner truth. So I can go on and on about this subject, but I won't. And I will say this: if you are somebody that's really looking to form your own life, create your own life, I definitely invite you to connect with me. Let's chat and talk about how you can create a new life design that is 100% in line with your calling and what you know that you're being led to do. And the first step to that whole process is figuring out how to create a passive income for yourself so that you can take money as an issue out of the way, so you can devote all of your time to building a life of your own design. And I have a number of models that can help you to do that. So definitely check out the link below this video for more information on that. But until next time, remember to dream big, to love bigger. God bless, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.